we learnt about the globe, right? A globe is a small model of the earth, and it helps us to learn about the location of a place on the earth. But a globe has its limitations. When we want to study the earth as a whole, a globe is very useful. But when we want to study a part of the earth, or you want to study, say, a village, a city, a town in detail, then a globe does not help. So that time we need maps. So today we are going to learn about maps. Okay? What is a map? A map is a representation of the earth's surface on a flat sheet according to scale. Now this is the definition of a map. What is a map? First thing, it is a representation of the earth's surface. So a map is a drawing, or it represents the surface of the earth or a part of the earth's surface. And what do you draw it on? On a flat sheet. So maps are on flat sheets. They are flat. They can be drawn. You have maps in your class. But the most important thing here, according to scale. It is very important. You and me, we cannot just draw a map like this and say this is a map. Then it becomes just a sketch, a rough drawing. But a map is drawn according to a scale. Now what is a scale? We will learn in detail about the scale later on when we learn about the components of a map. But now just to tell you what a scale is. A scale is a ratio. You cannot just draw. If I tell you to draw India on your books, a map of India, you cannot draw it like that, because you need a scale, because you have to reduce it in a proper ratio or in a proper proportion. So a scale is very necessary. Anything which is larger and has to be reduced, it has to be reduced according to a proper scale. Alright, we'll learn about the scale in detail later. But till now, so a map is three things you remember when you do the definition. It is a representation of the earth's surface, or it is a drawing of the earth's surface on a flat sheet. Where do you draw it? On a flat sheet according to scale. Okay, so for that you have cartographers. A cartographer is a person who draws a map.
Cartography is the science or practice of drawing maps. A cartographer is a person who draws maps.
What are the three main types of maps? The three main types of maps are political maps, physical maps, and thematic maps. Now what are political maps? What is a political map? When you want to study a continent, a country, a state, a village, a district, a town, their boundaries, their capitals, all these are shown in a political map. So political map shows you the major continents, sometimes the states, sometimes the countries, districts, villages, their capitals and their boundaries. Okay? Remember, on a political map, colors are not very important and colors have no meaning.
Political maps show boundaries between countries, states, districts, and other political units. They also show capitals of countries, states, etc.
Students, physical maps are also known as relief maps. Now, what do physical maps show us? Physical maps, on a physical map, you will find natural features or physical features such as mountains, plateaus, plains, rivers, lakes, anything that is natural. Alright, but here colors are very important and have meaning. So colors on a physical map show you elevations, that is heights or depths. For example, green is a color which represents low elevations like plains. Browns show high elevation like mountains. Blue stands for water. So colors are very important in a physical map or a relief map. It shows you relief, topography of a place. That is the elevation of a area. Alright.
A physical map is a map that shows the Earth's natural features like mountains, valleys, rivers, plains, deserts, oceans, and so on. It shows elevation of land.
What are thematic maps? Now, thematic maps are maps which focus on a theme. Okay? See, for example, when we have our annual gathering in school, we have sometimes a theme, say festivals, and all our dances, our songs, our skits, all revolve around that theme. So we have a theme of festivals, everything is related to that theme. Similarly, a thematic map focuses on a particular theme. So if I want a map of only wildlife in Goa, then that map will represent that theme, that is only the wildlife in Goa. If I want the wildlife in India, then the map of India will have or focus only on the wildlife. So the theme may be anything. It can be mineral resources. Then you will find the mineral resources. Maybe in the world. Then in the world, all the areas are plotted where you find mineral resources. Or say lakes. Anything. So now for example, take the tourist map. On a tourist map, you will find places that might be interesting to the tourist, or say hotels where the tourists can stay. So a thematic map is a map which focuses on a theme. For example, if I say on a tourist map in Goa, what will you find? You might find the Bonla Wildlife Sanctuary, Mole. You might find the good beaches where the tourists can go, some hotels where they can stay. Okay, the temples, the Old Goa Church, and so many other places of interest. So, thematic maps focus on a theme, and in that map you will find only what the theme is.
Thematic maps focus on a theme or topic that the map represents. For example, population, rainfall distribution, wildlife, and so on. A book of maps is called an atlas.
Students, these are the three components of a map. So every map has these three components, major components. Now what are they? Distance, direction, and symbol. Okay? Distance, direction, and symbols. We will learn about these in detail in the next segment. Alright? And we need to know these to know how to read a map. So bye.